Having fun on the two-stroke. Man, I haven't ridden this thing in, well, since about 2010, I think it's been. So, man, that's like 5 or 6 years. And I don't know, I just had the wild hair to get it out and ride it again. Thank Factory Connection, sent the suspension in, and they redid it, freshened it all up. Man, it's working awesome. And ripped vinyl for putting new graphics on it, making the two-stroke look good. But with all that time on the four-stroke and then going back to the two-stroke, it really reminds me how much more intensity there is on the two-stroke. Braking in the corners is a huge thing. You know, on a four-stroke, when you shut off the throttle into a corner, it's like automatic dragging the brakes because of the engine braking. It's automatically like dragging the brakes, and it holds your line a lot easier. So the brakes aren't really, they're important but not as important. On a two-stroke, there is no engine braking that you notice. As soon as you let off the brakes going into the corner, it wants to go. And it doesn't want to hold down in the corner as well. So you have to control the brakes a lot longer to make the two-stroke stick down in the corner. And then when you start to get on the power, even though this thing is modified, it's got a lot of torque for a two-stroke, but it still wants to hit that power band and light the back tire up. It's just not any way to get around that, especially when it's a little bit slippery like it is out here on the flatter surfaces. So the intensity has to be so much higher with your quickness, movements, control of the clutch and throttle, control of the brakes. Everything is more intense on the two-stroke. A lot harder to ride. Of course, everybody knows that, but it's just fun though. It's a lot of fun, man. And I wish the manufacturers would keep doing the R&D on the two-strokes to keep improving them. Really, there hasn't been much improvement on the two-strokes since 07, 06. This is an 05, and it's you know, if you buy the latest one they made in Suzuki RM250s was I think it was 08, and it's basically the same as this 05, not much difference. So let's get the two-strokes back in there, man. You guys quit buying the four-strokes and just buy two-strokes. They'll start making them again. But anyway, having a lot of fun, and I hope you can find some techniques in the stuff I'm describing in the video that'll help you, whether you're riding a two-stroke or four-stroke. Of course, a lot of the young kids coming up through 50, 65, 85, Super Mini, 125s, all two-stroke. So I hope it helps, man. A lot of times you might hear me talking about keeping the upper body loose, tight legs, loose arms. A lot of times you don't notice, but look at the movement in my upper body, my shoulders parallel across the handlebars. Just see that little bit of movement there? Keeping loose allows you to do that, to keep your balance. Keeping the elbows up, being in the proper framework to be able to move and balance the bike is very important. Now here you see me getting a little off to the side of my upper body. I got a little out of balance there, little mistake. Earlier I mentioned controlling the brakes longer into the corner on the two-stroke. Here you see I'm still on the front and rear brake, finger on the clutch, outside elbow up, looking ahead, and then finally I can get off the brakes and start to use the throttle to control the bike out of the corner. And a little bit off balance again. Woo! Another mistake.